Today, we're diving into something that will completely change how you understand manifestation and frequency alignment. We're not talking about feeling good for a few hours after a meditation session. We're talking about raising your frequency so powerfully, so coherently, that reality has no choice but to reorganize itself around you at a speed that will leave you astonished. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly attract everything they desire while you're out there doing all the right things, meditating, visualizing, affirming, yet somehow your reality remains frustratingly stuck in the same pattern? What if I told you that the problem isn't your dedication or your intentions, but rather the intensity of your frequency? You see, there's a subtle but absolutely crucial distinction that most people miss entirely. And it's the difference between those who experience occasional small shifts and those who witness their entire existence transform almost overnight. But before we begin, please hit the like button and let me know where in the world you're watching from today. It's always fascinating seeing who's joining us from around the world. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Now, here's what most people don't realize. The solid, tangible world you're experiencing right now, your phone in your hand, the walls around you, even your own body, all of this represents less than 1% of what actually exists in the universe. Think about that for a moment. Everything you can see, touch, and perceive is just the tiniest fraction of an infinite ocean of electromagnetic possibilities. Has this ever happened to you? You set a clear intention, you feel positive, you do everything the books tell you to do, yet somehow the life you're reaching for stays just beyond your grasp, like trying to grab water with your bare hands. The reason this happens is because you're vibrating high, but not vibrating strong. And this distinction, this one critical difference, is what we're going to explore today. Most people confuse temporary positive emotions with the kind of unshakable frequency that actually bends reality. They feel grateful, they feel joyful, they feel excited, and yes, these emotions lift you up momentarily. But emotions fluctuate, they rise and fall with circumstances. One moment you're feeling amazing because something good happened. The next moment you're deflated because external conditions shifted. What you need instead is a frequency so deep, so rooted in certainty, that it penetrates the invisible structure of existence itself. A vibration that doesn't ask reality to change, it commands it. Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to discover might completely revolutionize your understanding of how fast transformation can actually occur when you align with this deeper frequency. The universe you're living in right now isn't solid or fixed. It's responsive, malleable, waiting for the right signal, and that signal doesn't come from hope or wishful thinking. It comes from understanding something far more profound, something that most teachings completely overlook. You see, there's an invisible architecture beneath everything you experience. Carl Jung spent decades researching what he called the collective unconscious, and what he discovered was nothing short of revolutionary. There exists an energetic lattice, an invisible web that connects every thought, every intention, every living being across space and time. This lattice isn't something you can touch or measure with any instrument, yet it's the foundation upon which your entire reality is constructed. Think of it as the canvas before the painting appears, the screen before the movie is projected. Everything you experience in your physical world is simply a projection onto this conscious structure. And here's the hidden truth that changes everything. This lattice is responsive, it's listening, it's reading the quality of your inner state every single moment, and it responds directly to the frequency you're broadcasting. Real transformation, the kind that fundamentally alters your life trajectory, doesn't happen by manipulating objects in the material world. It doesn't happen by working harder or pushing through resistance in the three-dimensional reality you wake up to every morning. It happens in the energetic realm. In that invisible space where consciousness meets possibility, the physical world you see around you is merely the place where you harvest the seeds you've already planted in the deeper dimensions of being. This is where most people get trapped in an exhausting cycle that keeps them running in circles for years, sometimes decades. They look at their bank account, see lack, and immediately feel discouraged. They examine their relationships, notice problems, and feel unworthy. They observe their body, see imperfection, and feel defeated. And because they're identifying so completely with what their senses are showing them, they keep vibrating at the exact frequency of that lack, that unworthiness, that defeat. Now here's what's absolutely critical to understand about this journey you're on. The lattice is neutral. It has no judgment, no preferences, no agenda. It's like a perfect mirror that simply reflects back whatever frequency you're emanating. So when you're constantly observing your current circumstances and letting those circumstances dictate how you feel, you're creating a feedback loop that locks you into the same reality over and over again. The lattice reads your vibration of lack and responds by delivering more experiences that match it, more situations that confirm you don't have enough, more evidence that you're not worthy, more proof that transformation is difficult or out of reach. If this resonated with you, I'd love to have you subscribe to the channel. You won't miss the next insight that might be exactly what you need to hear. This is the trap. People are trying to change the effect, the physical manifestation, without ever addressing the cause, which lives in the energetic realm. They're standing in front of the mirror trying to change their reflection by touching the glass instead of moving their body. The reflection will never change until the source changes. Now, I want to go even deeper into this understanding because the speed at which your frequency shifts, the velocity of your transformation, depends entirely on grasping this next revelation. The physical plane where you're experiencing life right now operates slowly. It's bound by what we perceive as linear time, by cause and effect, as we understand them in material terms. But there are higher planes of existence, dimensions where time doesn't function the same way, where transformation happens instantaneously. Write in the comments, I'm ready for instant alignment. This simple declaration begins shifting your energetic signal right now. These higher planes, the mental field, the spiritual dimension, the vibrational frequencies that exist beyond what your senses can perceive, they operate outside of time altogether. And this is where the real magic behind rapid transformation reveals itself. When you make a genuine shift in your inner frequency within these realms, when you establish a new energetic blueprint with authentic coherence, the change happens instantaneously. The transformation is immediate. What takes time, what requires patience, is simply the physical matter catching up, reorganizing itself to match the new frequency you've established. The stronger your vibration becomes, the less resistance the material world can offer, and the faster this reorganization occurs. This is the secret behind those moments when reality seems to shift overnight, when opportunities appear seemingly out of nowhere, when solutions materialize that defy logical explanation. It's not luck, it's not coincidence. It's you learning to operate from the dimension where change is instant, rather than waiting for permission from the slow-moving physical plane. But here's where most people struggle, and it's the missing piece that separates those who understand this intellectually from those who actually experience the transformation. When people talk about raising their frequency, they usually focus on emotions, feeling grateful, feeling joyful, feeling enthusiastic. And yes, these emotional states have value. They lift you up and open you to possibility. But emotions are inherently unstable. They fluctuate based on circumstances. You feel amazing when something good happens, then deflated when conditions shift. This is why so many people experience brief bursts of positive change, followed by long stretches of nothing. They're riding the wave of emotion, which is powerful but inconsistent. Strong vibration exists in a completely different realm. It doesn't live in emotion. It lives in what I call somatic certainty. This is that deep, unshakable knowing that exists in your body, not just in your thoughts. It's the feeling you have right now that you're sitting or standing wherever you are. You don't need to convince yourself of it. You don't need to repeat affirmations about it. You don't need to visualize it. You simply know it because your body feels it as reality. This is the frequency we're aiming for with the life you desire. Strong vibration is born when you can feel in your cells, in your nervous system, in every fiber of your being, the reality you want, as if it were already happening in this present moment. This goes far beyond the practice of visualization or repeating positive statements. It's about energetically embodying the version of yourself who is already living that reality. It's the difference between hoping something wonderful will happen versus being completely certain in your entire system that it has already happened. One is a wish, the other is a declaration. Write in the comments, "My body knows the truth." Let that recognition settle into your awareness right now. But here's where the real challenge emerges, and it's something that keeps most people stuck for years, despite their best intentions. To generate this level of certainty, to create a vibration strong enough to command reality, your entire system must be aligned. You cannot have your mind thinking one thing, your body doing something completely different, and your spirit pulling in yet another direction. This creates what I call destructive interference, like trying to create a powerful sound wave when half your instruments are playing one melody and the other half are playing something entirely different. The result is noise, chaos, cancellation of power. What you need is multidimensional coherence. Your physical center, your mental center, and your spiritual center all need to be vibrating at the same frequency, moving toward the same reality in perfect harmony. Your body must act in ways that reflect the life you're claiming. Your daily habits, your posture, the decisions you make moment to moment must align with the identity you're stepping into. Your mind must hold thoughts and beliefs that support this reality, not sabotage it with doubt and contradiction. And your spirit must maintain an unwavering connection to the field of infinite possibility, recognizing yourself not as separate from what you desire, but as an extension of the creative force itself. When these three dimensions lock into coherence, something extraordinary happens. Your vibration becomes a unified, coherent wave that the energetic lattice cannot resist, and your reality begins collapsing into form at a speed that defies all logical explanation. Now, let me reveal something that most people never realize about how this entire process actually works behind the scenes. Everything you're experiencing in your life, right? Now, your relationships, your financial situation, your health, your opportunities, none of it is random. It's all the result of an invisible but incredibly precise chain of internal causes. The chain doesn't start where most people think it does. It doesn't begin with your actions or even your thoughts. It begins much earlier, in a place most people never pay attention to, where you direct your focus. Your attention is the starting point of creation itself. Whatever you consistently give your attention to determines your state of consciousness, and from that consciousness emerges your identity, the way you perceive yourself at the deepest level. This identity then gives birth to your beliefs, which generate specific emotions, and those emotions either fuel your actions or paralyze them completely. Most people try to transform their lives by changing their actions alone, working harder, doing more, pushing through resistance. But this approach is exhausting and ultimately ineffective because they're trying to fix the symptom while completely ignoring the cause. It's like trying to change your reflection in a mirror by touching the glass instead of moving your body. Write in the comments, "I choose coherence." This declaration begins the alignment process within you right now. Real transformation requires going back to the origin of this chain, back to your attention and the state of consciousness it creates. When you shift where you place your focus with genuine intention and consistency, everything downstream shifts automatically. And this is where ancient wisdom meets modern science in the most profound way. Quantum physics has revealed something that completely validates what mystics have been saying for thousands of years. Your attention isn't passive, it's actively creative. Through experiments like the famous double-slit experiment, scientists discovered that the act of observation literally collapses possibilities into reality. Before observation, particles exist as waves of pure potential, spread across multiple possibilities simultaneously. But the moment conscious observation occurs, that wave of infinite potential collapses into a single, definite particle. Reality becomes fixed. What does this mean for your life journey? It means your attention is the most powerful creative force you possess. True manifestation doesn't happen through endless mental gymnastics or trying to force outcomes. It happens through the quality of your observation, through how you place your attention with feeling and clear intention on the reality you desire. You become the observer who validates and authenticates what you want to experience. And in that act of conscious observation infused with feeling, you begin collapsing the wave of infinite possibilities into the specific reality you're focused on. But observation in this context isn't what most people think. It's not about looking at your current circumstances and analyzing them. It's about being present inside the desired experience even before it manifests physically. It's about seeing the world through the eyes of the version of you who already lives that reality. Leave a like if this added value to your day. It helps this reach others who need it and shows me this exploration matters to you. Now, here's something your body already understands perfectly, even if your conscious mind hasn't recognized it yet. Your body has a flawless memory of how specific realities feel. You know the atmosphere of a lazy Sunday afternoon without having to think about it. Your body simply recognizes that frequency. You know the energy of a Friday evening, the anticipation, the release, the shift in your entire nervous system. These aren't just mental concepts, they're bodily records, lived experiences encoded into your physical being. And this is the revelation that transforms everything. If your body can recognize and embody the feeling of a Sunday or a Friday, it can also learn to recognize and embody the feeling of being the version of you who already lives your desired reality. This is what I call the creative point of view. It's not a mental position you adopt. It's a vibrational position, an internal place from which you observe and experience the world. Write in the comments, "I am the observer." This recognition shifts your entire relationship with reality in this moment. When you assume this creative point of view as lived experience, when you allow your body to feel how that version of you perceives the world, something remarkable begins to happen. You start collapsing that reality within yourself first, before it even appears externally. The energetic field responds with absolute precision, because feeling is the language it speaks. You breathe the way that version breathes. You walk through your day the way that version moves. You make decisions from that state of being right now, not tomorrow, not when conditions improve, but in this eternal, present moment. The field of reality doesn't respond to doubt or waiting or "I'll believe it when I see it." It responds to vibrational coherence, to the unwavering frequency you maintain, regardless of what your present circumstances are showing you. The more consistently you hold this frequency, the more rapidly everything around you reorganizes to match it. This isn't theory. This is energetic law. If you've made it this far, I already know something about you. You're not here by accident. You're someone who's genuinely ready for this shift. Someone who recognizes there's more to reality than what meets the eye. Creating content like this, exploring these deeper mechanics of consciousness and transformation, this is what I'm committed to bringing you consistently. So if this resonated with you, if something shifted inside as we journeyed through this together, I'd genuinely love to have you subscribe to the channel. This way, you won't miss the next piece of the puzzle that might be exactly what you need to hear at exactly the right moment. And if you're still with me right now, drop a comment saying this was meant for me. I read every single one, and it means something real to see who's on this path alongside me. That collective intention we create together is powerful beyond measure. Hit that like button if this added value to your journey today. It helps this message reach others who are ready for it, and honestly, it's your way of letting me know this exploration matters to you. There's a video right here that takes this understanding even deeper, exploring the practical shifts you can make starting right now. Click on it and continue with me over there. Let's keep this transformation moving forward together.